Hi, my name is Jennifer Aguilar, and this is a project presentation for Chemical Ecology. This study focuses on condensed tannins defense rates in urban and rural areas of Europe. It was found that condensed tannins defense rates were much higher in rural areas of Europe than urban areas. Here's a condensed tannin molecule, which are polyphenols, and condensed tannins are defense mechanisms in plants, which allow them to become competitive in their environment as well as defensive against herbivory. Figures. So this is a figure I created for my presentation and my project. Rural areas had an average of 5.11 milligrams per gram of dry weight of condensed tannins rates. Continental urban Europe had an average of 0.979 milligrams per gram dry weight condensed tannins. The p-value was calculated to be 6.7 times 10 to the negative 12, which is a really small p-value, even smaller than 0.01. Thus meaning that the significance between the two averages is statistically significant. It was shown here by 3 asterisks in between the 2 bar graphs in this graph. Why these findings matter? The first reason why this matters is because it is beneficial in determining whether there are certain locations that have a stronger influence on defense rates of condensed tannins. And the second reason is because if defense rates are higher in one location than another, this could mean that herbivory, in specific insect herbivory, is higher, could be higher, and surrounding plants may be in danger. Here's an image of insect herbivory taking place, and insect herbivory is simply the act of an insect feeding off of plants because they are herbivores and plants are their main source of food. Methods. The first 30 data points that I had were from the article called The Effects of Insularity on Insect Leaf Herbivory and Chemical Defenses in Mediterranean Oak Species. This was one of the articles I had, and 30 of those data points were for continental Europe. This was shown here, and the average was calculated from these data points, and it was also calculated through the article. I calculated through Excel, and it gave me the value which I presented earlier, and it was the same as the article. The second methods continued. The second set of data points was from rural areas of Europe, which consisted of 18 data points from the other article, which was impacts of urbanization on insect herbivory and plant defenses in oak species. They were used to represent rural Europe, and the data was on an Excel sheet, which presented different locations. And I filtered the data, so it would only present rural areas of Europe, and then I calculated the average from these data points. These are my citations for the images and the articles, and thank you for listening.